68,000 views. What is going on? What's cracking, peeps? It's Jax, and today, because of this little Misfortune Explained video that I did about a month ago that has just blown up, the subs have blown up, I've hit 1k, thank you to everyone that has subbed from this video. And I thought, because there's so many comments coming in, I'm trying to reply to as many as I can. I thought what I'd do instead for you guys, because so many great comments about people talking about Misfortune, what their thoughts are, stuff that I missed, absolutely loads of things like that, and I just wanted to go through and respond to a few of them. So we're doing my first ever reading your comments video, and we're doing it about little Misfortune. So here we go. Anna O'Donoghue asks, why do others wear masks? Now, there was a couple of comments in there that said I didn't talk about the mask thing, which is true, and I should have done, because the masks, as some of you have pointed out as well, the masks are sort of like a metaphor for people hiding their emotions. They're using the masks to cover up how they really feel, like what people do. Either, like, you could talk about it, people doing it online. They're putting on a persona or a face that's not actually how they feel inside, and that's what the masks that everyone's wearing sort of represents, including her mother, who is hiding the fact that she's very unhappy with her home life, and she only takes it off at the end when she's actually happy, and so she smiled at the end. So that's what the masks relate to, at least that's my understanding, and I think a few of you have said that as well. Yes just writes, lots of sparkles, lots of glitter and lots of sparkles. I love it. Angelic Boys said, so the plot of Frambo takes place in 1944, but we don't know what country Fran is living in. But Little Misfortune takes place in Sweden. A lot of people have said different things, but a couple of them have said that this game takes in Sweden based on some of the language and stuff like that. So thank you for pointing that out, because I had no idea. That explains why she has an accent. So in Misfortune's time, Fran would either be really old or not even alive anymore. I don't know how old a girl who is 10 or 11 years in 1944, so I don't really know how old she would be right now. Now, there is so obviously the Frambo references are there. We can all see them, especially at the end of the game. So many people are saying so many different things. Is Little Misfortune Frambo? The one that's the most comment though, and the one that is most frequent though, and I'll find one now, is right here. It was one of the first comments. Alexander Luck, the mother is Frambo. So many people have said that the mother looks or is Frambo. Now, as I said, I don't want to get into it too much because I'm going to do it in its own video, but a lot of people are saying based on how she looks, and I think if you look at it, it's a fair thing to assume. If you go just on looks, you could see Fran as an adult kind of looking like what Little Misfortune's mother looks like. So maybe there is something there. Maybe there is. Here's another one. Danica Jane Silvio. Plot twist, Fran was her mum. The mask looks like from Sally Face. Maybe Mr. Midnight passed away and her husband keeps abusing her. That's why she drinks grape juice, which you know is wine. Maybe Little Misfortune was just trying to help Fran, her mother, and finally did. The demon might be the monster from Frambo. I don't think that, because they specifically have different names. One's called Rema and one's called Morgo, and Morgo's from the Beyond. I'm not entirely sure that Rema is from the Beyond, but if he's classed as one of those parasites, then maybe he is. I thought he was from that. Oh, I need to play the end of Frambo, but it's happening soon. Don't worry, guys, it's happening soon. Loki Plays said, what if Misfortune is another Frambo? To be exact, when she was a child. Notice when most of the game takes place is in the forest. Frambo got taken away from Mr. Midnight in the forest. These forests must be connected in a way that should make Misfortune another child like Frambo, or maybe Frambo herself in another realm of the FREE. I don't know, not much I know about this game. This is what I need to spend a bit of time finding a bit more out on how the realities and stuff with the FRE, how that all works. Because do the realms show multiple versions of yourself? Because that could potentially play into the idea that there is a lot more to specifically Misfortune and Frambo being the same character, or her mother, or Little Misfortune's mother being Frambo. But yeah, I do intend to look into that, so don't worry on that front. Bruh Moment said, okay, but what's up with Hero? Well, now Hero, as a lot of other comments have also pointed out, Hero is the child in the missing children posters. He's one of the children who is missing, and he was likely taken by Morgo. He was likely one of the children that did not survive, and was a ghost. And I think one of the other comments, if I can find it, sort of stated that, like him, Misfortune is a ghost as well, only she doesn't know it herself. And perhaps they've communicated on another plane of existence before, and that's how they're able to communicate in the world that we're playing in Little Misfortune. Aaron Roll, are we not going to talk about this little girl possibly being a furry?
Nope.
We're not going to talk about that. No. The annoying dog. This is such a mean ending. Misfortune gives her mother the eternal happiness, but she has to die for it. In a way, it's almost like her death was her mother's happiness. I get it. She cries over the fact that her drunk off his cheeks husband freaking rude runs over her daughter, but Misfortune was an unwanted child. She says so when you examine the photos on her wall. I've seen this in most of your theoretical comments, and it makes sense. Misfortune's father likely abused drugs, his daughter and his wife, and her mother, drunk as she may have become, at least tries to protect her from him. Now that he is in jail and Misfortune is gone, her mother is definitely glad to be rid of the father. But what of her daughter? She didn't want her. Is she happy because she's dead, or because she's in a better place? I replied to this one, I think it's because Misfortune is now in a better place, and even without her mum, as maybe her mum couldn't give her the life she wanted. Yeah, so she smiles at the end, in my understanding. She smiles because she sort of knows almost that Misfortune is in a happier place, almost because of the life that she had, even potentially without the dad and just her mum. Maybe the mum knew, she's like, I couldn't give you the happy life you wanted, and she knows that she is arguably just in a better place, even though she would not want her to die. I would assume she would not want her to die. Yes, there are a lot of feedback comments, and thank you. I always say thank you to the comments that tell me about some stuff like the audio, or like, so Cinem, the overbrightening effect. Thank you for letting me know. I'm always trying to improve, and I appreciate comments like that because they're constructive, and you're trying to help and stuff like that. And I do appreciate those comments. Do let me know if there's stuff not me. Please balance the audio. And I noticed that when I re-listened to it a few times, I could have definitely either made the music a bit lower and just raised my voice and stuff. So thank you guys for those comments. I really do appreciate it. So Axel Peterson says, fun fact, I'm guessing that means sign next to her dead body says Olika, which is Swedish for accident. Well, there you go. There's another reason that it's Swedish. It's Swedish for accident. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. CL the fangirl says, what the fuck? You played the second game and not the first. Big oof. There, my dude. Yeah, that's fair enough. I said it when I started playing. I either started Frambo or played the demo for Little Misfortune. I watched a Frambo series, but I hadn't played it, and I started Little Misfortune. But don't worry, I'm getting through it, so it's okay. It's okay. I know this is late. This is from Lunar Royal Games. But as a Frambo fan, I can tell you why Misfortune was special. It was pointed out in Frambo that things like the Beyond and the creatures that reside in them can only be seen and or interacted by people who are broken. In other words, people who are mentally ill or traumatized in some shape or form, like Fran and like Misfortune. That makes perfect sense. If you spoke to some of the kids in the Oswald Asylum, they will mention or reveal that they can see Kamalas in the Beyond. So the Kamalas from the Beyond. I really need to catch up. Misfortune counts as this because she was abused and possibly traumatized by her father, hence why she can hear Morgo and sometimes see him and the Beyond. That is very, very informative. Natural Courtney said, such an underrated game. It really is. It hasn't got enough attention, has it? Let's face it. Dovioidus Levanus Viscous. I'm very sorry I'm butchering your name, because you said just a lovely comment. Why the F are you so underrated? Love those comments. So nice. Thank you so much. Genuinely. What about the fourth wall breaking aspect that only Morgo does? See, I find that particularly interesting, because that doesn't happen in Fran Bow, does it? There's no fourth wall breaking stuff. And yet, Morgo, maybe because the Beyond is a realm outside of the 5 realities, maybe it's aware of the player as is in its own reality. I don't know. But that is really interesting, and maybe Kill Monday Games could explore that with a new game, and why those fourth wall breaking aspects. Maybe they need to do like a Doki Doki sort of game next, like breaking the fourth wall, like properly doing it. That would be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next, because they're clearly going to keep doing stuff in the same universe. Who's watching this in 2020? That one Creek fangirl. New sub. Really love this video. Hope more people see your awesome content. Thanks, JB. What did he 638? What's up? Love that audio bit. Really makes me laugh. Oh look, this relates to what we were just saying. Rebecca Gorotsky. Sorry if I've said that wrong. Do you think we're in the Beyond? By playing the game, we're using Misfortune as a plaything, like Morgo. We loop the game, and Misfortune doesn't remember it. Like Morgo checks for us. We're manipulating Misfortune and she can't hear us. Now that is an interesting way of looking at this game, because we're doing the looping because you choose to play the game over and over again, and Misfortune forgets what happened last time. I wonder, probably not, I'm pretty sure I've played it through twice, if they'd have installed, kind of like with Doki Doki, like some text changes if you kept going back to play it. If Morgo talks to you any differently if you played the game over again, that would be really interesting. That would be good. There you go, just a little Easter egg at 8:17. The second missing child poster is Hero. Already. There we go. That is Hero. Oh wow. Said, I found the whole experience sad but also cute. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's very bittersweet, this game. Has anyone spotted Fran's dress in Misfortune's closet? Now, I need to find this out. Bear with me, guys, because I've not seen this. Is that meant to be the yellow dress? I'm looking at the... I'm not so sure, you guys. I'm not so sure. Maybe. I'm not so sure. But it could be. Curly fries. Tat Cats and Bats. Also, the mum has been freed from abuse. Her abusive, drug-dealing husband is now in jail for killing Misfortune. She no longer has to look to the child that was created with him. She's been freed from both of them and can find her own happiness with the help of Misfortune's efforts to make everything happy. I have a feeling that her smile at the end is partially because her heart grew from the happiness Misfortune spread, but it's also a smile of relief that the hardest part of her life is over. It seems twisted, but it's for the best that Misfortune passed at the hands of her father, and I think Misfortune knows that. I guess I was your little Misfortune for a while, but you need to find your own happiness now. I'll love you forever. She knew that she was the ray of hope in her mum's life. She never tried to sparkle her dad, just her mum. She knew he was a bad guy. That is a great comment from Tat Cats and Bats. Give that one a look at that. That is a great freaking comment. There we go. I just wanted to answer a few questions from the Little Misfortune Theory video, because it's just doing ridiculously well. 68,000 views on a channel, like, for me, it's just bonkers. You know, I had 500 subs a month ago. You guys have just been going crazy, and I can't thank you guys enough. I will be doing a long ass, probably, like, I don't want to put a length on it, but maybe at least 8-hour live stream. That will likely be next weekend, probably on the Saturday, which is going to play through a lot of games. I'm going to play a whole host of games. Give me your ideas of some games you might want me to play. I'm going to be playing some stuff on the Switch, and my Switch code, hopefully, my commands will be working, because I've been having serious issues with Streamlabs lately. Hopefully the commands will be working, but either way, I'll be definitely be playing some Splatoon on the Switch. So if you guys have got that, hit me up. We'll definitely be playing some Splatoon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the subscribers. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. We're at 1.12, which is insane. You guys have been awesome, as I say. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you did enjoy this, hit the like button. If you want me to do more reading comments videos, I can, but I guess I need more. I mean, maybe I'll need a few more, I don't know. Maybe I can do reading comments in 2019 or something, because this was quite fun. If you did like the video, hit the like button for me, guys, because it really, really does help me out. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and check out some of the other videos I've got going on. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.